A blue ribbon citizens panel evaluating PDX security has delivered a verdict. Good, but needs improvement. Members of the panel recommended a number of measures for the port to consider. Among them, more security cameras, also expanding the airport's security perimeter, even a structural redesign to reduce the presence of big trucks near the terminal.
We understand it's the duty of the Federal Aviation Administration and its successor now, and this airport, to keep bad guys away from airplanes. Not just on them, but out on the property, any place. And this report is packed with things small and large. You have that.
The task force also announced the doubling of port police, a little more than 40 now, up to 90 officers in the next 2 years. Meanwhile, the government is making another move to step up security at the nation's airports. The Transportation Department will hire up to 5,000 armed law enforcers in the coming years to help boost those patrols. The federal agents will work in tandem with police and other federal authorities.
The governor came out of his office today to preside over a rare hearing at the Capitol. He's calling witnesses he hopes will change the mind of anti-tax lawmakers, whom he's about to call back to Salem to rebalance the budget. And Mike Donahue is in Salem. He covered that hearing today and joins us tonight. Mike?
Hi, Jeff. Oregon's vulnerable came to the Capitol today not for a piece of the state's birthday cake, but for a piece of the budget pie cut and taken away by that special session.
101 years old.
On the half.
Coming to the Capitol for fight for money. That is fantastic. All right.
Erwin Decker made it on his own. Other lobbyists needed help. They came by the busload, invited by the governor to make a point.
And I just think it's absolutely ridiculous that the seniors of the state of Oregon who have paid taxes for many, many years should be put into a situation where they might have the funding cut that allows them to live.
Also invited by the governor, Republicans who control the legislature. They produced files containing public input from previous hearings, as if to say, we felt their pain before.
Treated human services with compassion. Are there cuts? Yes. Are they painful? Yes.
As the governor called witness after witness, the Republicans asked if the testimony had changed.
Yes.
So you did come and testify at that point?
Yes.
Is your testimony different this time than it was last time?
No.
The governor was defensive.
I think it's very important for the public to have this opportunity to understand the nature of these cuts and their implications.
A parade of witnesses predicted human suffering if their welfare programs are cut.
One of the great benefits of assisted living is that it responds to that integral dynamic of the human life and the human heart, which is that we should not be alone. We should certainly not be alone at the end of our lives.
If we thought there was any fat involved in each other's programs, it's quite possible we would have let you know about it by now.
At the afternoon session, spokesman for state police and corrections warned that cuts in public safety budgets would put more criminals on the street.
Everybody knew about this young man. Everybody knew he was troubled. Everybody knew he should be at McLaren, but there was no room at the inn. And on the 21st of October that year, he murdered my daughter, Lisa.
Tomorrow, members of Oregon's education community will tell their stories to the governor and the Republicans. The pressure is on them to compromise. Senate President Dörfler said the worst of all worlds would be if we were unable to reach agreement. And then he added, I think that's a very good possibility.
And Mike, that's the question. Is there any hope the governor and Republican leadership can compromise on this?
Jeff, I asked the governor following the hearings today that if the Republicans would agree to his tax increases in beer, wine, and cigarettes, would he accept a raid on the school trust fund? And he said he would. I think that's the first time that he has said that. That would be $300 million from the trust fund, $300 million from increases in taxes, and the $300 million they've already agreed to. That's the $900 million they need to rebalance the budget.
Okay, that might be the thing to get that compromise. We'll see what happens. Mike Donahue in Salem tonight. Thanks, Mike.
It's a problem affecting just about every Oregon school district, budget deficits. The Hillsborough School District is now facing massive cuts to an already tight $130 million budget for next school year. The district must now decide how to slash up to $7 million that may soon impact class sizes, teachers, and a lot of other areas. School leaders blame rising costs added to a shrinking state revenue.
And then we also have the revenue shortfall at the state level, which is leading to budget cuts in the basic school support fund. And so those things all combined have brought us to the point where we are looking at some cuts for next year.
Now, the district will hold 3 public input forums next week to listen to parents before final cuts are made in June.
Well, the Klamath Basin may get some help from the federal government. The U.S. Senate passed a farm bill that would give $175 million to restore the aquatic ecosystem in Klamath Falls. Farmers and environmentalists are in a battle over the limited water in the basin, which holds both endangered fish and acres of irrigated farmland. Oregon Representative Greg Walden says he would like farmers and other interest groups to have a seat on the task force to oversee exactly how this money is spent.
Thousands of stolen goods, no place to go. The Washington County Sheriff is looking to change that. All of these items were stolen as part of 18 burglaries by 2 men 4 years ago. Deputies are trying to reunite all this stolen property with rightful owners, since much of the stuff has sentimental value.
Yeah, I've got expensive stuff. I've got old stuff. We have a wedding band that has initials, 2 initials dated 1924. Have a mother's bracelet that has the name of her children's and date of births.
Now, if you think that the men who were dubbed the Hawaiian vacation burglars may have ripped you off back in 1998, contact the Washington County Sheriff's Department.
I don't have to tell you that romance is the message of the day. Love may bloom on Valentine's Day, but will it keep going? These days, marriage is a very tricky business. Ray Summers visited some couples who have been together for more than 50 years. He and photographer Dale Burkholz asked, what's the secret to lasting love?
But we went out of town and got married. Of course, he wasn't old enough to sign the marriage certificate, so we...
Mary Harrison, remembering how she and husband Shelton started life together 51 years ago. Their great-grandchild isn't old enough to realize the difficulties of relationships, but they do. The time Mary left and headed home to her parents.
It's kind of long visit, so I said I better do something about it.
Well, I guess I was used to having my own way, and then Shelton, we had to adjust to each other. And I guess we did, because we're still together.
It's been a long time.
When Bob and Mary Brocious got married,
I had to borrow $20 to pay the preacher.
that was 60 years ago.
What is the secret? Her doing everything I tell her to do, and I'm not quite. But it's hard to say. Just a good woman, and I don't know, real good.
Yeah, I think just getting along and enjoying one another, trying to.
Whenever things come up, I always put God ahead of us and kept on going.
Frankie and Travis White's recipe for staying together 50 years. Hasn't been easy, but it has been worth it. Grandchildren, great-grandchildren, what advice for them?
Try not to never, if you can help it, go to bed and go to sleep mad at each other.
Show your loves. Stay with your church. Stay with your people that's going to help you.
In Myrtle Point, Marv Cook and his wife are heading toward their 50th.
Well, she got me trained, I guess, and I figured too much work training somebody else. So.
After years of listening to customers, you'd think he'd have the answers.
I don't know. Don't have a clue.
Carmen and Wilson Walker remember the skills they brought to marriage 54 years ago. He could iron, she couldn't.
But he never learned to be a real good cook.
No.
but he's
help clean and all, but not a cook.
That wasn't important. Looking back, what was?
Mutual respect, I think, is the most important thing in a relationship.
Yeah.
And don't buy a luxury car when your wife is on a trip to Hawaii.
And she didn't find out until she got back home.
When I got back home, I found out that he had that car. And we didn't need it.
No, we didn't need it. We really didn't. It was a mistake. It really was a mistake.
You bet.
Ask Art Fenner how he knew who he should marry.
Just notice, that's all.
I made good pies.
Oh, yes, you're a good pie maker.
Art and Laura met at church. Home for her was a sod house. Went on their honeymoon in his Model T. Nearly 72 years ago. Doesn't feel that far back.
No. If anybody would ask me, I'd say, 45 or 50.
But it is 72 years this April. A lot of getting along.
We never did go to bed, Matt.
She might want her picture hung there. She might want me to move it over there.
Yeah, he always does. He's so good and considerate and helps me so much. I wouldn't trade him.
A lot of not giving up. Ray Summers at large with photographer Dale Burkholz.
72 years together. Other advice they offer: forget unpleasantness, remember kindness, and later see everything in a humorous light. You heard all the couples laughing there. Laughter after 50, 60, 70 years is the best kind of laughter after all.
Miss Cleo's days may be numbered. The Federal Trade Commission is going after the psychic hotline. Tonight, the development on high price advice.
And hear from one of the main players in the first ice skating scandal, Nancy Kerrigan, what she has to say about the latest Olympic skating blunder.
Till somebody loves you, you're nobody till somebody cares.
There's nothing like saving a whole lot of money to help shake off the winter blues, which is why we think of the one and only winter sale at Parker Furniture as a public service. Save on the finest furniture and rugs you can own. Parker Furniture, an original for 50 years.
I'm sure you notice the dogs never talk about themselves, but they'll listen to you while you talk about yourself, and they're always interested. The art of listening to people's needs is an art form in which the people of Armstrong Volkswagen excel. With a wide range of Volkswagen models and Armstrong's lowest possible price all year long, we can match any driver's desire with a perfect car of choice and keep them interested in the conversation. When Volkswagen says drivers wanted, we mean it. Come to Armstrong Volkswagen. We're the ones to see.
When you look for complete, clear, local
Very
coverage,
powerful windstorm
look
hit
to
the
KOIN
Willamette
6
County.
News.
The drug more and more.
Staying at home. Covering your neighborhood. Focusing on the news that directly affects your family.
Everything goes according to OHS. The house is pretty much just sliced in half.
KOIN 6 News. Concentrating our efforts on a concentrated area. Giving you complete, clear, local coverage. Look to KOIN 6 News.
The auto show's finished, but the savings are still going on right here at Dix McKenzie Ford.
Right now, our entire stock of Super Duties, F-250s, F-350 4x4 crew cabs are all $500 under invoice.
And our entire stock of F-150s are $600 below invoice.
You won't find a better deal.
Or a better time to buy.
Dix McKenzie Ford, you just gotta know where to go.
Whether you want new or used.
Come see us now.
There's nothing like saving a whole lot of money to help shake off the winter blues, which is why we think of the one and only winter sale at Parker Furniture as a public service. Save on the finest furniture and rugs you can own. Parker Furniture, an original for 50 years.
This KOIN 6 News segment is brought to you by Weyerhaeuser.
The U.S. government is now suing the TV psychic Miss Cleo. Last week, a KOIN 6 investigation revealed Miss Cleo and her parent company might also be a target of a lawsuit right here in Oregon. KOIN 6's Drew Mickelson has been following the story, and he joins us now. Are these two investigations related, Drew?
It looks like it. The accusations from the Federal Trade Commission and from Oregon's Department of Justice are indeed similar. The FTC filed a lawsuit today that would shut down the two Florida companies responsible for Miss Cleo's psychic hotline. The lawsuit claims Miss Cleo has misleading commercials that promise free tarot readings on a 1-800 hotline. Typically, people are told to call back on a 1-900 number or on an international line. Also today, the state of Florida filed a similar suit against Miss Cleo. As for her status here in Oregon, well, the state is investigating more than 90 complaints from Oregonians. Most are senior citizens who feel like they were tricked into making expensive toll calls. Some of the charges they ended up paying were hundreds of dollars. Now, Oregon is putting together an investigation right now, and it could end up filing its own lawsuit against Miss Cleo within the next month.
Thanks for the update tonight, Drew.
A dramatic fishing boat rescue off the coast of Washington tops news from around the Northwest tonight. The Coast Guard rushed to save a sinking fishing boat near La Push, Washington. The boat had already taken on several feet of water by the time rescue swimmers were able to activate the water pumps. Facing a budget gap even bigger than Oregon's, some Washington lawmakers want to raise that state's sales tax. You know, Washington's budget deficit could soar to as much as $1.5 billion. The The proposed increase would raise the sales tax in Washington to over 9 cents. And the Governor Locke says he does not support that idea. He's relying on budget cuts to close the gap. And Shakespeare season is less than a month away in Ashland. This year, a brand new venue will replace the old Black Swan Theater. The new theater features flexible seating that can change for each show. The seats are more comfortable, less cramped. Macbeth is the first show of the year. It opens March 1st.
Check the seat next to you before you take a seat on the MAX train. You might find an unexpected passenger. A coyote hopped onto a MAX train at the airport yesterday morning. He crawled right up into a seat, hoping for a little peace and quiet, but he didn't have a chance to go for a ride. A wildlife team cornered him right away. They captured him and they safely released him just a few miles away from the airport. Wildlife experts say he was probably just confused and looking for a safe place to hide.
Yeah, he's no fool. Why walk when you can ride Max?
Yeah, exactly. You're trying to get a free ride.
Beautiful day today, wasn't it? Everyone was in a great mood, and Dave joined us now. Where are you at, Dave?
At the Expo Center here, Jeff, for the 4th annual Portland Ride and Custom Show. In fact, I got some of the paraphernalia here, huh? It's going on all weekend long. I even got a cap for it, and some of the most gorgeous cars you've ever seen in your life. This is a 50 Mercury, and they're all over the map in terms of some of these old hot rods. The weather is what you want to know about, and I'm going to tell you about it right now. As you said, Jeff, it is glorious outside. So let's take a look, shall we? 57 degrees. Gosh, it's nice out. And you're wondering, is it going to stay this nice? And yeah, it is for tomorrow. Let's move that ahead, show you the temperatures around the state. And as we do, our temperatures on our state map, we have just a gorgeous day going up there, too. There we go. 57 here, 49 in Bend, 52 down in Eugene. All right, let's take a look at the satellite view. And on the satellite view, you'll notice there that our skies are clear. There are clouds up to our north, but they're going up and over us. Now, the next map I'm going to show you right now has the clouds not coming in tomorrow, but late in the day and into here they come from the south and from the west, and some rain. The green is thicker areas of moisture, not rain outside, but we are looking for rain on Saturday. 57 degrees with light winds out of the southwest at PDX. Down in Salem on our next graphic, it is very nice down there, 56 degrees north, winds at 12. And up in Vancouver on our next graphic, it is 57 degrees. Now, here's another satellite view. It's a wide one. We'll stay here just a second. It's a water vapor loop. And see that orange spot in the lower part of your screen? That's a closed low. It is taking the ridge and pushing it up and over us. All it means is we're going to get a great day tomorrow, but the rain's coming in from the south on Saturday. Sunny skies on the coast, small craft advisories. It's going to be a glorious day there. In the Willamette Valley, sunny and delightful with temperatures in the 50s. With the increase in clouds late in the day, that's going to cut our temperature highs a little bit, but still an awfully nice day. Lots of sunshine in the Cascades. A great day to play a little hooky and come out to the custom show, rod and custom show, or go skiing. Sunny and breezy on the western end of the gorge. Easterly winds 20 to 30 miles per hour. Up in the gorge, the temperatures will be near 50. The Dalles at about 54. And central and eastern Oregon are just wonderful. Sunny, a little breezy in spots, especially John Day and La Grande. And lots of sunshine. No mention of any kind of rain until the weekend. There you see the temperature highs in the low 50s and upper 40s. And here in Portland tonight, the forecast reads like this. Clear skies, chilly temperatures down to 35. Tomorrow, lots of sunshine with some clouds coming in late in the day. Gorgeous qualifies, I think. And on the 7-day planner, what you're going to notice is the rain's coming in as we get to Saturday. Now, we are here at the Rose City Renegades booth, it's area. This is Pat, this is her 65 Corvette. It is gorgeous and just a I wanted one of these for years, Jeff. Now we're going to come right down here, Carol, our photographer. This is a 56 Mercury. Remember when the white walls were this thick? I mean, this is so cool. And you're not supposed to touch the cars, by the way. This is a 50 Oldsmobile, and they are so shined up and so detailed, and the engines look just so wonderful out here. The one thing you want to do is bring your camera. One more to show you, and I'm going to get inside for this. This is a 41 Willie as well. Look at how this bad boy is supercharged with all of this. But what may be my favorite of the show is a 2002 Radio Flyer. Now, I'm guessing if we can crank this puppy up, we can do some damage here. Show goes on all weekend long. It's a wonderful place to come, especially on a weekend when it's going to be raining. Rod and Custom Show, 4th annual, right here at the Expo Center. Back to you guys.
That looks like a lot of fun. I love that souped up wagon. That's something else.
Yep.
Dave Sweeney enjoying himself at the Rod and Custom Show.
Thanks, Dave. On to Ed now, and it looks like we got a new basketball team in town.
Yeah, who are these
It's the
guys?
same old guys, but they look great.
They're not the same team that started the season. At least they don't play like it. Hello, everybody. Nice seeing you again. It was the first test of the second half, and the Blazers get an A. Portland dumped high-flying Dallas like Taylor did Burton. We love this play. Watch clean-head Damon Stoudemire lay the boogie-woogie on 6'11" Dirk Nowitzki. Damon takes him to the right, puts him in a trick bag, then burns Steve Nash like a biscuit. 60-51, Blazers at halftime. Third stanza, Steve Nash down low to Sean Bradley. Yeah, Bradley throws it away. She to Damon Stoudemire. Stoudemire to Scottie Pippen. Now, too bad Damon missed this. What a hustle play by Scottie Pippen, but Damon ended up with 19 points, 8 assists, and 7 amazing rebounds. It was Mamma Mia after that. Pippen to Sheed, slam dunk. The Blazers strut 114-103.
That it was a team well above 500, and we're trying to get ourselves ready to play against teams that's well above 500. So this is just a step in a lot of games that we're going to be playing against teams above 500.
And we'll say it again, the most silly rumor we've heard in years is Damon Stoudemire and Dale Davis going to Denver for Dick Van Exel and Rafe LaFrance. It was never considered by the Blazers. Van Exel is a head trip, and he's damaged goods.
It's just my arm is just real weak, you know, as far as like the extension. I can't get a full extension. Can't really make a full muscle. No, I'm not able to play. I have no strength in my left arm to do what I'm capable of doing.
Finally, the figure skating community says the judging scandal that gave the Russians the mixed pairs win is bigger than Harding and Kerrigan. Now, the lovely Nancy Kerrigan knows about dishonest figure skating judges. In the 1994 Olympics, Kerrigan came in second to the Ukraine's Oksana Bayul. 5 of the 9 judges were from Eastern Bloc countries, and they gave Bayul the gold and Kerrigan silver.
There's obviously been a problem for a long time in the judging, and it seems like maybe this is the last straw, and there should be some kind of adjustment and hopefully a change to come about.
You know what's going to happen about that?
What?
Nothing. Nothing. You know, there'll be some minor adjustments in the selection of judges, and that's it, just like in boxing.
Yeah, that's a good point. Thanks, Ed.
Thank you, Ed. Well, a television investigation is sparking even more questions now about those plug-in air fresheners. Just how dangerous are they?
And now you never have to say goodbye to your beloved pet. Find out how you can clone your furry friend.
This KOIN 6 News segment is brought to you by Papa Murphy's.
The holidays may be over, but at Paul Schatz Furniture, the holiday savings are just beginning at our winter sale. If you've put off buying furniture until the perfect time to save, this is it. Because right now, you'll find every piece of great designer furniture on sale. Furniture for every room. Furniture for every taste. But hurry, because winter won't last forever, and neither will the savings. That's the winter sale, going on now at Paul Schatz Furniture, your home.
Justice for Robert Blake, next extra. The striking similarities between one man's alleged crime spree and Bonnie Bakley's murder.
There was a gun pointed right at my face.
Then, Aaliyah's last movie, Queen of the Damned, how the final scenes were completed without the fallen star. Plus, love Hollywood style. And Valentine's shopping with our celebrity mystery reporter, his plans to enchant a famous angel. Also, Rollerball's Roller Girl, the sexy Stuff magazine shoot, next extra. Tonight at 7:30 on KOIN TV 6.
Nighttime sinus trouble? Try new Sudafed Sinus Nighttime Plus Pain Relief. It relieves nighttime sinus pain and pressure.
Which makes for a very good morning.
New Sudafed Sinus Nighttime Plus Pain Relief.
In tonight's Health Matters, if your knees are starting to give out, you may want to skip the thought of knee surgery. Rest. not an operation is the best option in the long run. Researchers say reducing stress on the knees can help joints heal themselves, and they say make your knees last a little longer. This Florida teenager is on the cutting edge of new medical technology. 14-year-old Derek Jacobs is a computer genius and is the youngest Microsoft certified systems engineer. Now, with FDA approval, he will be the youngest person to have a computer chip implanted in his body. Applied Digital Solutions has developed the VeriChip, which can relay critical medical information to a scanner so someone who has medical problems can be saved. The VeriChip will not only give you medical information, but can be used for identification purposes.
And once the connection's made, we could say, okay, let's determine where Derek is right now, because we believe he either might be in trouble, he might have fallen, or he's wandered, and we wonder why he's wandered off.
Derek will be among 50 people in the test group to have this chip implanted in their bodies.
Researchers at Texas A&M say that they've cloned the first cat. This is Cece. She was born December 22nd, and she is developing normally. A group called Genetic Savings and Clone funded the project. It plans to offer cat cloning services to the public on a limited basis within a year. No, this is not a joke. You can log on to KOIN.com and we'll link you to their website.
Oh, some folks would like to clone today's weather. Picture perfect. Here's Dave Sweeney to tell us about it.
Well, I tell you, Jeff, you just can't beat a day like this in February. We're inside of the Expo Center for the 4th Annual Rod and Custom Show. Remember the movie Dick Tracy and how vibrant the cars were? It's a 34 Ford back here. And when you come, it's going on all weekend long. There is a 50s, 60s rock and roll band going to be playing tunes Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. There's an Elvis impersonator. Here's another 34 Ford. There is also stuff for the kids. There's BJ, the balloon clown. Not that he's a balloon, but he does balloon animals and stuff. There's also face painting for the kids. And one of my favorite exhibits, you got to look at this. This is a 55 Ford. Don't touch anything, David. Class of 55. James Dean, Marilyn Monroe, and Billy Idol. No, that's the king. That's Elvis, absolutely. It's so much fun out here. And tomorrow's going to be a great day with lots of sunshine and temperatures in the 50s. But we're looking for rain Saturday and Sunday. So what a better place to be than inside enjoying some absolutely gorgeous automobiles. What do you think?
Oh.
We'll check back with you in a bit for the forecast, Dave. Thanks.
Thanks, Dave. The Consumer Product Safety Commission is reinvestigating the dangers of Glade plug-in air fresheners. That after more people come forward saying the product is a fire hazard.
Flame shut up and smoke started going through the air.
I was sitting here watching TV and looked over by the lamp and saw smoke coming up out of the bath.
They're talking about the Glade plug-in air fresheners. The homeowners called the Seattle television station after seeing their probe into how fire investigators and consumers blame the plug-ins for fires in homes.
I said, wow, I said the same situation happened to me. I seen the Glade plug-in. It had smoke and sparks coming up from it. It was really hot. I had to pull my sleeve down and hold onto it that way.
I just pulled it out, and the whole back melted down.
The manufacturer, SC Johnson, says the product has been extensively tested and is safe, and the company blames faulty wiring in people's homes.
These products are extensively tested in both optimum and less than optimum electrical conditions, and they have never been found to be directly linked to any sort of fire in a home.
But the company may have been aware of potential fire danger with an earlier version of the product. This document from the Consumer Product Safety Commission, filed by SC Johnson in the early 90s, it says there is a possible fire hazard in units made prior to September of 1990 due to error in winding the resistance wire on the heater's core. The unit may overheat. SC Johnson says the problem was fixed and blames complaints of fires on faulty wiring and electrical outlets in consumers' homes.
And I checked it and the voltage was fine then.
A fire investigator working for SC Johnson sent a letter stating that during testing of hundreds of units, none of them burned at 240 volts. But at 252 volts, during a 72-hour test, one unit had a flash fire.
Frankly, a product should be able to withstand that problem.
A Seattle fire investigator and forensic engineer tried to duplicate the problem. At 252 volts, the Glade plug-in smoked and melted, but did not catch fire. But these homeowners won't take a chance again. Underwriter Laboratories has also launched an investigation into the Glade air fresheners.
A fire erupted at a U.S. base near Kandahar. That fire was started by a stray flare. U.S. troops shot the devices as a warning sign after a car with 3 passengers was spotted near the base. And authorities now say a suspected al-Qaeda member who blew himself up yesterday after being quartered by security forces in Yemen was the brother-in-law of one of the September 11th hijackers. And the fate of the missing journalist Daniel Pearl is still unclear tonight. In court today, the key suspect admitted kidnapping Pearl, and he said he's dead. However, top Pakistani officials say they still believe Pearl is alive.
More lasting effects from the war on terrorism. McCord Air Force Base has now canceled this summer's open house and air show. It's very popular here in the Northwest, but the base says there are simply too many security concerns. They also say they're too busy providing worldwide cargo planes to support the forces in Afghanistan.
A visible plume of smoke will soon be billowing out of an incinerator at the Umatilla Chemical Depot. One of 4 incinerators will be fired up next week. Natural gas, not deadly chemicals, will be ignited. The facility is using natural gas to gradually heat that incinerator, which will eventually be used to destroy 7.4 million pounds of deadly chemical weapons. The Army hopes to start burning those chemical agents in February of next year.
How safe is Portland International Airport? A new report says it's secure, but not secure enough. And that tops our look at local headlines tonight. A security task force formed in the wake of the September 11th attack. They determined the airport could be safer. The Port of Portland will more than double the number of police guarding PDX. Other recommendations include more security cameras, a larger security perimeter around the airport, and off-site baggage inspection. Portland police say 9 people overdosed this weekend on a drug popular among teenagers and young adults. And we're told none of those people died, but police officers are concerned. It's called GHB. It's made easily with common household chemicals, and it's being sold at rave parties and other parties. The governor is presiding over budget hearings at the Capitol today in preparation for a second special legislative session to balance the state budget. He says the public didn't get a chance to give their opinions before the legislature adopted its plan last week. The governor does not support the plan, which includes borrowing from the school's budgets. The governor wants to raise sin taxes. Those are the taxes on beer, wine, and cigarettes instead.
Ford is recalling more than 600,000 cars. The problem is the engine cooling system. It's not working properly, and it could cause a fire to start under the hood. It's the 1995 Mustangs, Taurus, Sable, and the Mercury Sable. Those are all involved. So far, 8 fires have been reported due to that problem. More trouble for the Gap. Here's Alexis Christoforous with that story and today's minor rally on Wall Street.
Well, it wasn't exactly a sweetheart rally, but the Dow did manage to close above 10,000 for the first time in more than a month. The Dow rose just under 13 points to 10,002, but no love affair for the NASDAQ. It sank about 16 points. Telecom stocks bled Valentine's red. Quest Communications had its debt rating cut at Standard & Poor's. Sprint PCS and Nextel fell in sympathy. And the Gap took a tumble after Moody's downgraded its credit rating to junk status, making it very difficult for the Gap to borrow money. More signs that the economy is rebounding. Claims for first-time unemployment benefits fell by 8,000 last week, and businesses continued to trim their inventories. And after the bell, Dell Computer was on deck with its profit report, posting a profit of 17 cents a share. That was right on target, and sales were slightly better than expected. And you can track all of the after the bell action at cbs.marketwatch.com. I'm Alexis Christoforous, KOIN 6 News.
Not much movement for all the stocks around the Northwest today. Nike inched ahead by 8 cents a share. Intel closed down 4. Microsoft dropped 14 cents, and Starbucks lost about a quarter.
Ducks, you're soon going to have a new identity. The options for the new University of Oregon school logo.
And did you get rattled by these massive explosions last night? Tonight, we're headed back to the Hunted movie set, where a war is being staged.
First, we salute Private Danny Anderson in the U.S. Army. Danny's stationed in Korea, and Danny is from the Dalles.
The auto show's finished, but the savings are still going on right here at Dix McKenzie Ford.
Right now, our entire stock of Super Duties, F-250s, F-350 4x4 crew cabs are all $500 under invoice.
And our entire stock of F-150s are $600 below invoice.
You won't find a better deal.
Or a better time to buy.
Dix McKenzie Ford, you just gotta know where to go.
Whether you want new or used.
Come see us now.
Gonna do it my way, gonna do it my way. Gonna be the right way if I do it my way, yeah. Gonna be the right way.
You can't explain it until you have one of your own. The 2002 Accord from Honda.
For a limited time, get special APR financing as low as 2.9% for 36 months on new Accords.
Where fresh-baked pizza is tradition, people are talking about Papa Murphy's Take and Bake.
Usano proprio la salsa. It comes with premium sauce, nice and thick. Fresh dough? Yes. Freshly grated cheese? Yes, the cows must live very near.
Pick up a super fresh Papa Murphy's Large Perfect for just $6.99. Family size it for just $2 more.
Fresh and hot out of your own oven? Read my lips, Maria. About 15 minutes.
Papa Murphy's Take and Bake. Pizza chain of the year.
It's Wix Furniture's big President's Day store-wide sale. No payments or finance charges due for 15 months.
I like my leather chair from Wix because when I sit in it, it goes...
Well, Duck fans, your identity may be changing. The University of Oregon is trying to pick one of the multiple logos it has for the school. Will it be the interlocking U and O, the school crest featuring Mount Hood in the background, or my favorite, the Fighting Duck? Don't get rid of the duck. Or how about the new O? That O was designed by Nike, so some people worry it's too connected with athletics, but others say the interlocking U and O is too old school. Don't worry, the duck won't go away for good. The school says it will keep the Fighting Duck logo alongside the new logo. All I can say is they better keep the duck.
Hollywood hits home for Portland. Parts of a big-time movie are being filmed right here, and it's really shaking up the Rose City now. KOIN 6's Karen Adams has the story.
You can see the flames. They were created below the Willamette Bluff in North Portland. It's pure Hollywood. The final scene for the movie, The Hunted. Neighbors were blown away as they too enjoyed a preview of sorts of the upcoming movie.
Yeah, it's kind of wild. I mean, you can feel the whole house reverberate. You know, all the doors and everything are kind of going in and out, so it's kind of wild.
All these flames will serve as the grand finale for the movie. Neighbors at least had a sense of humor, and recent history wasn't too much of a problem for them.
At least it's not burning up the hillside like it was this last summer.
There's no word yet on when The Hunted will hit the silver screen, but word has it that it will be later this year. Karen Adams, KOIN 6 News.
We hope it's in the fall. Now, the movie star, Benicio del Toro, the film was interrupted for him. He broke his wrist. So now they're reshooting all the end of the movie, and this guy filmed a scene that we're hoping doesn't end up on the cutting room floor.
I'm sure it won't. I'm sure I'll win the Oscar.
Well,
if you get, no. Yeah, I think
let's
it'll
not go too far.
Wind up on the cutting room floor, I'm positive. Dave Sweeney's at just a great place. I'm going to let him tell you where it is. And Dave, you're surrounded by just some beautiful cars.
Absolutely gorgeous cars. Portland Expo Center, Jeff, all weekend long. The Portland 4th Annual Rod and Custom Show. Some of the prettiest cars you've ever seen in your life. We're going to show you a few more of them and tell you about a nice day coming up. Stay tuned.
Start a revolution in your colonial. The Gatsby sofa from Lazy Boy. The new look of comfort.
Right now, you can save on our reds, whites, and blues, or whatever colors match your room. During the Red, White, and Blue celebration, only at Lazy Boy Furniture Galleries, going on now.
The Lexus GS Series,
priced from $39,180. It's ready for you. Are you ready for it? See Lexus of Portland.
It starts with one person with a desire to serve. They join with others across the nation, citizen soldiers on a mission to protect and defend country and community. Most serve 1 weekend a month and 2 weeks a year to become part of something greater than themselves. Can you see yourself in this picture? Call 1-800-GO-GUARD or visit www.1800goguard.com. In the Army National Guard, you can.
Behold the colossal new macho meal from DQ, a massive triple cheeseburger, a large order of golden fries, and a 32-ounce drink, all for just $3.99. Or grab a scrumptious pecan mudslide for just 99 cents. Think you can handle it? DQ something different.
Survivor is going back to the beach, but this time the castaways will have to find their own water, food, and build their own fire. No kidding. The all-new Survivor Marquesas begins CBS Thursday, February 28th.
Carpet Carl at Marion's Carpet Warehouse. Your mill direct flooring connection. Carpet, tile, and area rugs, everything in stock, and prices start at just $198 a square yard.
We buy rolls so you pay less at Marion's Carpets.
Dial 503 Carpets.
This KOIN 6 News segment is brought to you by Armstrong Volkswagen. Now, Chief Meteorologist Dave Sweeney with seals of approval from both the American Meteorological Society and the National Weather Association, only on KOIN 6 News.
You like hot rods? You like great-looking cars? Coolest place to be this weekend, Expo Center. All weekend long, the 4th annual Portland Rod and Custom Show. It is something spectacular. And speaking of spectacular, what a nice blend today. The weather. How long is it going to last? You want to know about that? Let's take a peek, shall we? Outside in Portland right now, 57 degrees. Holy cow, what a great day. Down in Salem, it's 56. And light winds down there, northerly at 12. Up in Vancouver, 57 degrees. You can't beat today, but we're going to try tomorrow. Now, hang on this satellite for a second. That orange ball sort of in the bottom of the screen is an upper low. That's taken the moisture and pushing it up and over us, and that's going to give us a real nice day tomorrow. But the moisture is going to come in and give us some rain, not tomorrow, but Saturday is the way it looks. All right, let's move it ahead and show you the forecast outside right now. Small craft advisory, sunny skies, just a beautiful, beautiful day on the coast. Sunny and delightful in the Willamette Valley with temperatures. Oh, man, look at these temperatures. 54 degrees at Astoria, 53 in Salem, just a delightful day every place. But the clouds are going to increase late in the day. Up in the Cascades, sunny, a little breezy at pass levels. That's not that should be 6,000. I apologize for the typo there. In the gorge, sunny, a little breezy on the western end of the gorge. And in through the temperature category, we've got temperatures right around 50 degrees, 54 in Astoria. In through the eastern and central part of Oregon, it is wonderful there as well, sunny and breezy. And temperatures there in the 40s and some 50s. And the forecast here in Portland tonight, clear skies, chilly temperatures down to 35 degrees. Tomorrow, what we're looking at is sunny skies, gorgeous temperatures, 54 degrees. And then on the 7-day planner has nice weather tomorrow. That's it. Then rain coming in. All right, let's show you some of these cars back here at the Expo Center. Just great. Always wanted a Corvette. This is a 69 Corvette. Remember that yellow one. This is an 82, this black number over here, a Stingray. And then as you move ahead, I love this. Jeff, this is a 28 model Ford. But you remember these? You got the car hops, you got the roller skates, you got the trays that hang on the window, just like they did in the old drive-ins. You remember those? I remember these. I know that's dating myself. One of the coolest ones, though, this car right here. Oh, they're scattering like crazy. Look at this. This is a 23 Ford. It is so decked out. There's even a mirror right here. There's an ugly guy in it, but you can see underneath the car. I lost my IFB. I lost my earpiece. I can't hear you, but this is a cool place to be for the weekend and great weather tomorrow. Back to you guys.
Okay, thank you, Dave.
Dave having lots of fun down there. How about this? Looking for a piano at bargain basement prices. Well, take out your wallet this Sunday. Portland State University is selling 80 of its pianos. The verticals start at about $1,000. The grand pianos start around $3,000. Some pianos have only been used for a year. The reason for the sale? PSU is converting to all Steinways. If you're interested in previewing the pianos, you have to call and set up an appointment. And there's the number on your screen. The sale is open to the public this Sunday from noon to 5 p.m. Again, it's being held at PSU's Lincoln Hall.
Minnesota Timberwolves fans learned the new meaning to the saying, "The drinks are on the house" last night.
That's because Kevin Garnett ordered them up for everyone in the arena. How much did that cost? Ed has the details next in sports.
It's the start of another year, and Chevy wants to make it one to remember. That's why we're kicking it into overdrive with $2,002 cash back on every new 2001 and 2002 Chevy car, truck, and SUV. Plus, right now, get 5.9% APR financing on every new 2002 Chevrolet. It's a new year, and a new Chevy could make all the difference. So see your local Chevy dealer today.
At Weyerhaeuser, we think trees are too precious to use just once. So every year we collect and recycle around 84,000 train cars full of old office memos, empty boxes, and last Sunday's sports sections. And we use the fiber to make new products again. And again, and again, and again. Weyerhaeuser, the future is growing.
The holidays may be over, but at Paul Schatz Furniture, the holiday savings are just beginning at our winter sale. If you've put off buying furniture until the perfect time to save, this is it. Because right now, you'll find every piece of great designer furniture on sale. Furniture for every room. Furniture for every taste. But hurry, because winter won't last forever, and neither will the savings. That's the winter sale, going on now at Paul Schatz Furniture, your home.
Would you have guessed that these are the faces of children without a home? Their parents' lives took an unexpected turn. But that doesn't mean they have to lose the hopes and dreams of their childhood.
Hi, this is Father Joe Carroll. Make a gift of your car, truck, boat, RV, motorcycle, van, even a plane. And together we can change lives through our comprehensive programs and services. It's easy and it's tax deductible.
Make your gift today. For more information, call 1-888-FATHER-JOE.
Imagine paying only $1,000 down and just $569 a month for a home and land. Just a dream? Not at Fleetwood Home Center. Right now you can live the American dream in your very own beautiful and spacious 3-bedroom, 2-bath Fleetwood home and land and pay only $1,000 down and just $569 a month. Fleetwood Home Center has a home and land package that's perfect for your family. Call 1-800-NEXT-HOME right now for a Fleetwood Home Center near you.
A world-renowned dance training troupe stopped by a local high school this afternoon.
The Dance Theater of Harlem gave students at Jefferson High School a special demonstration. The dancers travel all around the country performing at schools to illustrate that ballet is a positive outlet and also that it's not just for girls.
That is neat. Hey, one of our own in the NBA here from Portland, Ed has some news about him tonight.
Yeah, you know, and one of our favorite people,
yeah,
too.
He is.
Hello, everybody. Nice seeing you again. Another bitter pill for Portland's Terrell Brandon. The now Minnesota super guard needs surgery on his left leg, and that means Brandon is out for the season. Now, talk about a big daddy. Last night, Brandon's teammate, Kevin Garnett, bought drinks for the house. That's like for the folks at the Timberwolves game against Phoenix. Kevin Garnett's bill was almost $55,000 plus his tip to the servers. Minus arresting Tiger Woods, the big daddies of golf play the Nissan in Los Angeles this week. Rory Sabatini had your shot of the day. This is Sabatini out of the trap at 11, and the Eagle flies. Sabatini finished 3 under. He's 3 behind leader Jasper Parnevik. Jeff Gordon celebrates after winning the first Daytona 125 today. That means Gordon starts in 3rd place Sunday. Defending champion, defending Daytona champion, Michael Waltrip wins the 2nd race. So Waltrip starts 4th. The top 5 spots belong to the Chevys, and Shauna Robinson made the field. Shauna Robinson is only the 2nd woman to qualify for Daytona. And Kelly, I've watched you drive, and
I'm almost there.
You could be there next year.
I'm almost there. A little more practice.
That's right.
Thank you, Ed. Well, it's not unusual to see stories on Valentine's Day about more than one couple sharing wedding vows together.
But this mass wedding has another twist.
On my wedding day, I'm going to be nude. I'm not wearing anything.
I have a bow tie for my wedding day, and I think she has a garter and a necklace.
Yes, it's the largest nude wedding day. We'll take you there when we come back.
Everybody loves somebody sometime. Everybody falls in love somehow. Something in your kiss.
Bring your dreams to life at the GMC Portland Home and Garden Show. See new decorating trends, enjoy breathtaking gardens, and save on thousands of products and services. The GMC Portland Home and Garden Show, February 20th through 24th at the Expo Center.
How does the Northwest spell country?
98.7 KUPL.
Tim McGraw, Faith Hill, and Garth Brooks. Alan Jackson, Shania Twain.
Lee and Susan and the Waking Crew, they're just too much fun in the morning.
I spell country, KUPL.
The Northwest's home for continuous country favorites. Coming up on the next ET, your first look at Sports Illustrated's sexy new swimsuit issue. Then the Canadian figure skaters caught in Olympics' biggest controversy. We look into their past when she was a blonde. Plus, I'm going to the next level! Behind the scenes with TD Jakes, the fiery bishop with a celebrity following.
Does it bother you when people talk about the cars you drive or how big your house is?
And you love Baby Bob's commercials. Now he has his own show, and you won't believe how many babies it takes. Next ET.
Watch tonight at 7 on KOIN TV6.
Busy's is a great place to go on one of those busy nights when you're too tired to cook.
The salad bar is terrific.
Cucumbers, the red beans.
Always hit the salad bar first, and then I go from there.
Onions, tomatoes, the works.
Everything you get from the salad bar is healthy.
Cauliflower, broccoli, I could go on.
I'm not going to stick with just one flavor of pizza when I go to Izzy's.
We love the dessert bar.
Izzy's is a wonderful place to bring kids.
A great selection at affordable price, and we eat here a lot because it is that.
Like every Subaru, the Forester comes with all-wheel drive standard. The Ford Escape doesn't. The Forester comes with ABS standard. The Escape doesn't. And in independent crash tests, the Forester received the highest rating. The Escape was rated simply marginal. Nice car.
What do I look like? A dummy?
Subaru Forester, a smarter way to build an SUV.
Now you can get an APR as low as 2.9% on all 2002 Forester models.
Bring your dreams to life at the GMC Portland Home and Garden Show. See new decorating trends, enjoy breathtaking gardens, and save on thousands of products and services. The GMC Portland Home and Garden Show, February 20th through 24th at the Expo Center.
11 couples celebrated Valentine's Day by tying the knot in the nude.
The Hedonism Resort in Jamaica hosted the event. The couples did everything the couples normally do at a wedding: exchange rings, eat cake, and seal their vows with a kiss. It's just that everyone was naked.
Nudity at Hedonism 3 here is actually great. We feel more comfortable that we're getting married in the nude with everybody else being nude here. This is really our first experience of running around in the nude like this, and it's very eye-opening and exhilarating.
I proposed the fact that we get married in the nude, and she just kind of said, sure, why not? What the heck?
Well, Kimberly and David, do us all a favor and put some clothes on. This event was at the second annual for the resort. They say they'll do it again next year as well.
This is really our first experience with no clothes on.
Well, I guess it's a wedding you'll remember for a long time to come.
So far, so good.
Hey, that's the news up to this hour, everyone. We'll be back at 11 o'clock tonight. We'll see you then.
Have a happy Valentine's Day.
Kiss me sweet enamorada. Hold me.
Take colors and materials from the natural world. Hand weave them in patterns developed over thousands of years. And you have masterpieces, masterworks, master looms, the world's finest rugs, available only at Parker Furniture. The ancient art of master looms, the new wave in style. Parker Furniture, always an original.
Yesterday, if you went to your typical home improvement store to get laminate flooring, you'd also get glue, gobs of glue. Today, with Lowe's selection of Armstrong Swiftlock, laminate flooring is a snap. Literally, each board simply locks together. No muss, no fuss, no glue, and all at guaranteed low prices. Could we make this any easier? Armstrong Swiftlock flooring, now at Lowe's, improving home improvement.
If it's carpet you want, we're now offering a free carpet pad on any installed carpet purchase from Lowe's.
It's here, the Chrysler Great American Getaway. Now choose from our award-winning lineup of cars and minivans. And get Chrysler's exclusive 7-year, 100,000-mile powertrain pledge on engines and transmissions. Plus, big cash allowances, up to $2,500 or 0% financing on select models. GM, Ford, and Toyota don't give you that. Great products, great protection, great value. That's the Chrysler Advantage.
The new Nissan Altima, North American Car of the Year.
Justice for Robert Blake on the next Extra.
Figure skating firestorm. Who will get the gold? Olympians Nancy Kerrigan and Tara Lipinski take us inside the controversy.
This is like the last straw. Should there be 2 gold medals?
With reports that the ruling was rigged, we have the news on what could happen next. Plus, the rare footage of Jamie and David from their early years and what they said about being a couple off the ice as well.
Rosie O'Donnell, the stunning revelation on TV by Barbara Walters.
And she, because she is gay.
We'll tell you why Barbara went public with Rosie's sexuality.
The Sports Illustrated Swimsuit Edition exclusive.
And you know it's hot.
On location for SI's sexiest issue yet, as Heidi Klum and Molly Sims compete for the coveted cover. Baby Bob's brand new sitcom. You loved his commercials. Now only we can take you on his Hollywood set and tell you whether Bob is a boy or a girl.
I'm going to the next level! He's the fiery Pentecostal minister from Dallas with an all-star following who once dug ditches to make ends meet.
I found myself almost homeless.
Now, from his best-selling books to his Grammy-nominated CD, how Bishop T.D. Jakes turned his ministry into a multi-million-dollar empire.
Does it bother you when people have a critical tone when they talk about the cars you drive or how big your house is?
Celebrity romance news as the stars talk to E.T. about their marriage proposals.
My wife never lets me forget it.
Then, behind the scenes for a real-life wedding on Regis and Kelly.
How's that for romance?
Woohoo!
This is Entertainment Tonight, the most watched entertainment news program in the world.
New charges that Olympic results were rigged is our top Hollywood story. Hi, everybody. I'm Bob Goen.
And I'm Mary Hart. It is the international skating scandal that gets worse by the hour. The second-place Canadian couple speaks out about unfair treatment while the French judge takes the heat. We talk to the skating experts about this gold medal fiasco first up tonight.
We're in big shock about this and how much chaos it's caused. And
shortly before reports that the French figure skating judge admitted to being pressured to vote for the Russian pair, Canadian couple Jamie Salé and David Pelletier spoke out on last night's Larry King Live.
I do love my sport. That's why I do it. But in the same time, do I trust it? That's another story today.
Now the president of the French Figure Skating Federation also admits the judge's vote was manipulated. And on the Today Show, Carol Schulman summed up the reaction of the skating community.
That in a way, these people are like thieves. They have robbed the skaters of their just due.
Jamie and David were the crowd favorites, having already won the World Championships last year. Today, there is talk of giving them a gold medal after all.
We are not wanting the gold medal of the Russians to be taken away. That would be unfair to the skaters. It's not their fault.
But 2 gold medals in the same event would be unprecedented. And Entertainment Tonight analyst Tara Lipinski, a former gold medalist herself, says it would make future competitions much more complicated.
Just because at every event, people are going to say, well, was the judging fair? You know, should there be 2 gold medals?
This is certainly the biggest scandal to rock the Games since Tanya Harding versus Nancy Kerrigan. Today, Nancy said it was time to change the way the Olympics are judged.
There's obviously been a problem for a long time in the judging, and it seems like maybe this is the last straw.
Now, as the most famous silver medalists in Olympic history wait for a ruling, they're left to reflect upon what might have, and in the eyes of many, what should have been.
I am disappointed, but in 20 years from now, what we did on that night, nobody can take this away from us.
And coming up later on ET, rare footage of Jamie and David together on the ice, how they found each other, and the truth about their personal life together.
Barbara Walters uses her talk show to reveal that Rosie O'Donnell is gay. We have the story at the top of tonight's ET News link. Live on The View, Barbara confirmed what has long been suspected.
And she, because she is gay,
Barbara called Rosie, who gave her permission for the ladies to discuss her sexuality. The conversation was prompted by a New York gossip column item claiming that Rosie's acknowledgement of her sexual preference in her upcoming autobiography could hurt sales of her magazine.
So let's go check out this party and see what it's about.
Let's go get our groove on, yo.
Yeah.
Only E.T. followed Brittany and Justin inside a Planet Hollywood bash for her new movie Crossroads, opening tomorrow.
The character in the movie's a bit of a dork, so if I say she's similar, I'm gonna get my butt whooped later.
U.S. snowboarder Kelly Clark let Brittany try on her gold medal. The pop star donated a costume to the restaurant and received a $40,000 donation for her charity. It was back to school for Bruce Willis as the actor brought E.T. along for a tour of Harvard University. Bruce was chosen by Hasty Pudding Theatricals as their 2002 Man of the Year, and he asked E.T. to deliver this special message.
I just want to say happy Valentine's Day to my 3 daughters, Rumor, Scout, and Tallulah, who unfortunately can't be here at Harvard Square. But
They will be.
They will be.
Love was in the air on the set of Live with Regis and Kelly, and only E.T. was behind the scenes as 2 New York City police officers tied the knot in the show's annual Valentine's Day wedding celebration.
I feel like Cinderella.
Hectic schedules since September 11th had forced Zoraida Natal and David Paul Zimmer to put their plans on the back burner until now. Kelly told us she'll spend this special night at a sports-themed restaurant.
How's that for romance?
Woohoo!
And stars like Drew Carey and Ray Romano will spend their Valentine's night with E.T. for the Entertainment Industry Foundation's Love Rocks. It's a special night to draw attention to heart disease.
Is Ray Romano the most romantic star in real life? How about Mel Gibson or Arnold Schwarzenegger? In honor of Valentine's Day, we found out how your favorite stars popped the question.
My wife never lets me forget it because it was at dinner, but with my whole family. She didn't find that too romantic because, like, in her words, she was, how could I say no with them watching?
It was kind of like, hey, maybe you think they ought to get, like, spliced up, maybe? And she was like, what? I said, married, hitched, tie the knot. She didn't start crying or nothing. It was like, I suppose.
Arnold Schwarzenegger popped the question while in a rowboat on a lake in Austria.
Says, Maria, would you like to marry me? And luckily, she said yes, and she had tears coming down her eyes.
It was just a matter of getting down on the knee and producing the ring, and she got the yes out before I got anything else out.
A lot of wine, a lot of pizza, and I said, you want to get married? She said, yeah, and we were on the next plane to Vegas.
At the premiere of Disney's Return to Neverland, Danny Bonaducci joked about his proposal to wife Gretchen.
I actually don't remember distinctly proposing. I do remember meeting some girl and waking up married.
E.T. also found out how some stars plan to celebrate Valentine's Day.
What are we going to do? We don't have any plans yet, do we?
No. I'm pretty sure it won't involve lingerie.
We're having another son in July.
Ryan Phillippe purchased this Baccarat heart-cut ruby pendant as a gift for his wife, Reese Witherspoon. But for Everybody Loves Raymond star Patricia Heaton, the celebration won't be quite as luxurious.
We just moved into a new house, so
Maybe if I can unpack the boxes, I'll find some lingerie. Throw it on at the last minute.
Go Patricia. And Oscar winner Denzel Washington told us he asked Pauletta to marry him nearly 20 years ago, but it was over the phone.
Coming up in the ET Insider.
Baby Bob's new sitcom.
You cannot make a baby do anything.
You loved his ads. Now we're on the set for how many babies they use and why he's so difficult to work with. The exclusive first look at the new Sports Illustrated swimsuit edition. On location as the race for the cover heats up. Behind the scenes with celebrity minister T.D. Jakes.
If you bless my mama, you bless me too.
How he went from digging ditches.
I'm not at all ashamed of that.
To making millions and the cover of Time magazine. The early days of the couple in the middle of the Olympic skating controversy. Inside her home, when she was a blonde. And are they in love in real life?
That's coming up in the Entertainment Tonight cover story.